Hi guys, so this is a little scary for me as this is my first video where I'm actually speaking to you guys, so yeah, excuse the nervousness and everything else, but yeah, I'm scared. So today what I wanted to do was just do a quick kind of introduction to the video which I'm about to show you. Basically what I wanted to do was to show you the different types of kind of glitters and colours that you could use within resin and what effects they would have. So what I did was I chose 8 different things that I would normally use to put in resin. I chose a mould which had a flat bottom just so that they all had the same appearance when they were done. And I've shown you how I just put them into the resin in a second, you'll see that, and I will then go through the results afterwards. But I just wanted to tell you what I actually used in there because obviously it is a fast video so you might not be able to see exactly. One of the things I used was a embossing powder in a silver. I don't know if you can just make that out. I think it's called by Papercraft or Paper Mania. So yeah, that was one of them. The next one was just a normal kind of craft glitter that I got at my general store. So just a purple colour but it's quite coarse. The next was some red tinsel glitter. So sorry, a little bit of poly clay on there, but yeah, there you go, craft glitter, tinsel glitter, again really cheap that you can find most places. The next was a Dovecraft ultra fine glitter in a really silvery kind of copper colour, which is nice. The next thing I use is an alumilite red dye, so it actually looks kind of black in the bottle but it's actually red. So yeah, that's the official product that I use with my actual resin because I use the alumilite resin as well, so it matches with it and it's obviously made for that product. The next thing I used was an acrylic paint in a kind of a, well, it says yellow ochre but it kind of looks like mustard to me, but again that's just standard yellow paint that you can find at any craft store or even kids store really. The next thing I used was a Dazzle dust by Barry M. It's just a makeup that you can find in really any kind of, I guess, beauty shop. I got this one from Boots and it's just really fine powder. Some have glitters in as well, but yeah, so there's that one. And the last thing was something called Perfect Pearls, which is by Ranger, and it's just a really fine dusting powder that you can put on stamps, embossings or all sorts of other things, but I've seen people use pearl powders so I thought I'd give it a go. It did actually come in a set 4 with some brushes and I think they do a lot more ranges as well, but I haven't tried them, so just going on here. Anyway, what I'll do is I'll play the video now so you can see what I did and then I will come back and show you the results. So, thanks! Hi, so yeah, you've probably seen the video by now, which I've probably sped up so that it isn't as boring as it normally would be. So the first one I wanted to go through was the kind of the coarse purple craft glitter. Now with this one what happened was it came out looking like this. From the top it actually looks really nice, lovely colour, really nice sparkle to it. Sorry about that. Only problem is that it settles to the bottom, so I don't know if you can see through it very well, but it's all at the bottom and nothing in the middle. There's a slight bit on the top, on the back side, but very little at all. So if you wanted to put a sticker in there and then do layering, it really wouldn't do any good because it wouldn't kind of allow you to see the back layers at all. So that was that one. So yeah, not so great, but it is an option. The next one was the tinsel glitter, so the kind of really shiny stuff, which it is really, really good if you want to just add a tiny little bit, but it actually came out again sinking all the way to the bottom, and it's kind of, it leaves, I suppose, lots of gaps because it doesn't give an overall colour. It's just a clear with the bits and pieces inside. So yeah, as you can see, this one's actually quite thin. I didn't really do it as thick as I should, but as you can see, it's all at the bottom. So yeah. The next one we used was the ultra fine glitter, so that's that one. Again, the same story really with the glitters, where they all tend to fall to the bottom. So if you see it from the side, you can see it's all down at the bottom there, but it does look really pretty on the top. So if you're using it as a background, it would probably be great because it just means that you get a really, really, really nice colour to it. I really like it. I use this one when I make a lot of my steampunk things because it kind of gives that sort of vintage rust colour, which I like. The next thing was the alumilite dye, which, as I said, was the one that was specifically made for my resin. So this is the effect. Now, because it is just red dye, it's come out kind of like translucent, so you can actually see through it. So, which would probably be really good if you wanted to do something like blood drops or anything like that. But what you could do is if you mixed a tiny, tiny bit of the white alumilite dye, it would come out a lot thicker and opaque, so you wouldn't actually see through it. It'd be a really thick red colour. So that was the effect on that one, just as it was. The next one was actually the acrylic paint, and when I was mixing it, I didn't think it was going to come out very good at all because it looked really gross and it looked really cloudy as well. So that's that one. Now the way it actually works, to be honest, I thought it was bubbles, but it isn't. It's just where the paint has sort of set, and it's just not really giving it a nice look, but it is clearer than I thought it would be. It's just not that great. So yeah, I wouldn't really use that colour at all if I was using it personally. The next one is the Barry M, which is that one, the Dazzle Dust. And this one came out again really well. It gives an overall colour, which is great because it means the back is just as coloured as the front. So that's the back of it there, as you can see, and on the side view. But it does tend to be more dense at the front, so as you can see there, it's got all the sparkle that was actually in the Dazzle Dust at the front, whereas the back is just the kind of the colour rather than the sparkle. But it is good because it means that you can give it a kind of a pearl sort of look to it without actually using a pearl powder, so it's kind of a nice effect. But again, I wouldn't add it directly to my resin. If anything, I'd maybe dust the mould or dust the back of the resin piece and then resin on top of it or something like that, but obviously you use it the way that you like to use it, not my way. The last one was actually the pearl powders, these ones. Got it around the wrong way. And this one actually came out really well and I was really chuffed with it. So I think I am going to get more colours just because it was really easy and I didn't actually need a lot of the powder whatsoever. But it gave a nice overall colour. I don't think it's going to give it justice here, but it's really, really nice. And it's so shiny as well, so I don't know, it's not really showing up very well, but really pretty. Yeah, and really, I don't know how to describe it really. I think it's just, it's got a bit of glitter to it, but not actual glitter chunks, it's just more so shine. So yeah, there you go. Now I haven't glazed any of these because what I wanted to do was just to give it a straight out of the mould look so we could judge them all based on kind of their actual appearances. The ones that I would say really worked well would be, I guess this one really would work well because it's made for my product, so I can't really complain, but I think it would probably work for most of them. I just realised I missed out one, so I'm just going to do that one ever so quick, but this was actually used with the embossing powders, this one. Now, even though it's like a glitter and I thought it would sink, it didn't actually sink as much as the others. I think it might be because it's so light, but it did give a nice colour. It's not see-through, but at the same time it's not really dark, so I think you can kind of see a shadow through it rather than an actual item. But yeah, it's actually turned out quite well, so that I would probably use again if I had stuff left over. So yeah, that was really nice glittery colour. So yeah, the best ones I would say would probably be the pearl powders, the alumilite dyes, and the dazzle dust for colouring. So yeah, let me know what you think, and if you have any other ways that you colour your resin, then feel free to share them in the comments box, and please subscribe if you'd like to see more videos from me. Anyway, thanks, bye!